Welcome to OlamNews. Olam means world. The shorish, or the root of Olam, is Helim. Helim means hidden. Olam, the world that we see before our eyes, the physical world, is really only an expression of the true hidden world, which is the spiritual world. And when we are physically healthy, it is a sign of spiritual health. When there are blemishes or deficiencies spiritually, the physical world is expressed with deficiencies. There used to be a book, a holy book, called the Book of Healing. It was hidden. It was called the Sefer HaRefuah. And this book taught people, due to certain ailments, that spiritually there were deficiencies or improvements that needed to be made in order to cure those ailments. People were relying on this book and not truly changing their ways, and with a spiritual mind in mind, the book was hidden in order that people should look into their actions and try and rectify things which have been performed inaccurately. And so people, they started looking into their actions again and changing. And as they changed their actions, their physical health improved. We have to look into our actions and see, what can I do differently to make the world better? Because a kind action, giving charity, performing a kind deed for somebody, helping an old person across the street, being respectful of elders, being kind and patient with children, with spouses, with friends. These are spiritual actions that bring blessing to the world, fruits to the world. We are not camels. That's obvious. But what a camel does is they will go through the desert for 30 days without water, without food. They're fairly independent. They don't need much in the desert. We are much more needy. And so, as you see what's going on, people are shopping, clearing off the shelves. If you live in a populated area, the shelves in the stores are pretty clear. You have to go in early to shop for your food. People, you might say, are saving up for next winter in a very enthusiastic way. if you happen to be one of those people saving up for next winter, then just to let you know, charity saves people from death, the holy books say. Our sages tell us from thousands of years ago. Charity, tithing, give a tenth, saves a person from the grave. One of the secrets that many people have tapped into over the many thousands of years is still real today. And the reason is because we look out into the world and we see the physical world and we see things have changed physically. There's technology, there's new modern construction, all sorts of inventions. But the truth of the matter is that the spiritual world has not changed. So the lessons from thousands of years ago still apply today. And if you want those blessings, if you want that protection, you have to learn from history. You have to learn from the lessons that have been passed down. So if you happen to be saving up for next winter, it would be a very good idea to take a tenth, if it's not going to break your bank account, a tenth of things you've saved up for next winter and give it away to somebody who needs it. And that will be well for you. Whoever's listening to this, and you're wondering, why now am I talking? It's because I truly care and am concerned about everyone that has been part of my life. And I want you to be blessed. And I want you to have good things. And I want your families to have good things. So, this is why I'm sharing these things. Today I had the opportunity. I was outside. I was cleaning up the garage. I was home, a day off. Nurses get days off. And I was sorting out the garage, and a couple boys were outside from home from school. And they were playing football out in front of the garage. And I remember those days when I was with my young buddies out on the mud football field, playing mud football. Football in the street. American football. And also international football. And today I got an opportunity. A couple boys were throwing the football, and I joined in. I was throwing the football with them. And I was getting such an incredible amount of pleasure and peace from that small experience. Take your friends, your children, and show them what life can be without technology. Technology is that separating factor that has been for decades infusing our lives with a totally different lifestyle. wouldn't say 3 decades, 2 decades at least. And that separation between people prevents people from carrying out the world that was intended, a giving and a receiving world. And as we communicate with each other now, as we're home, and we are together with each other, our skills of communication will once again develop. And you will realize how special it is to be able to communicate properly with those you love. And if you're at home and everyone is introverted into their phone, into the internet, into texting, then you're missing the point of what this is about. Drop the technology and pick up where we left off.